Hello, I'm Blitzenok, and welcome once again to another story. Today, I'm going to tell you a story that shows what happens if you become obsessed with the internet, with going viral, with being notable, and gaining popularity with viral challenges on digital platforms. A story that shows you how the obsession with having this notoriety within social networks can end the life you've led until now, separate you from your loved ones, or even something more. Our story is set in Russia. His real name is Stanislav, but he was known on the networks as Replay Panini. This guy would do something very stupid for views that would ruin his career and his girlfriend's life. On his channel, he was dedicated to uploading and recreating extreme challenges that his followers asked him to do. The act that ended it all would take place on the 2nd of December, 2020. Yes, in the middle of a pandemic. Imagine the visibility he gained, knowing that the whole world was locked in their homes, consuming the networks. What happened is that in a streaming, a follower offered him $1,000 in exchange for him taking his girlfriend out of his house in her underwear. It should be noted that it was wintertime, and that in Russia, the winters are not entirely passive. Rather, what this boy did is a very dangerous act. Being practically naked in a climate as cold as the Russian winter is something deadly that can end your life due to causes such as pneumonia. And yes, the boy with a fever of fame and money did what the follower asked him. He took his partner out under that polar winter with sub-zero temperatures in her underwear. He took her out of the balcony of his apartment, locked to her fate. While all this was happening live, the girl was banging on the balcony door waiting for her boyfriend to open it. With heart-rending screams and cries, she was enduring the abysmal cold of the Russian winter, all while her boyfriend just watched her and let her suffer for a few dollars that a stranger promised her for a streaming because of a challenge made by a person he doesn't even know by face, voice, or even by name. Someone completely unknown who promised to give him a very large sum of money to do the challenge he asked for, and Stanislav fulfilled the challenge without even thinking if that person was gonna pay him or not, because if he disappeared, they wouldn't be able to find him. Well, if what the girl was suffering wasn't enough, the idiot sprayed pepper spray in her face, which made her pain even more unbearable. Suddenly, Stanislav stopped hearing his girlfriend's screams of pain. At that, the boy decided to go see what happened to his partner. When he opened the door, he saw his girlfriend unbalanced, who was said to have died of hypothermia due to the low temperatures of the Russian winter. Terrified by what had happened, the boy put his girlfriend on the sofa while he continued broadcasting live and called the paramedics, who arrived and gave him the news that the girl had left this world, who is even said to be pregnant with a child of the influencer. Below, I'm going to leave you some fragments of the transmission without audio and censored in some parts due to YouTube policies, but you can distinguish what's happening. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=OA5D0 JAQMHM. Aside from that, it was later discovered that there was all kinds of violence in the relationship. It was a 100% toxic relationship, and that at the time of the streaming and the challenge, they were both under the influence of narcotics and alcoholic beverages, which in itself, the guy was aggressive. He increased his level to the point of doing what he did, taking his girlfriend out onto a balcony in sub-zero temperatures in the Russian winter for hours, and then throwing pepper spray in her face. After what happened, many media outlets began to distort the story to the point that it is not known for sure what really happened to the girl afterwards, since nothing more was known about the streamer until now. Many media outlets say that he was imprisoned for 6 years, which in itself is very little, although it falls within the chain for murder. In Russia, since the minimum is 6 years, in this case, the minimum would be from 8 to 20 years, not counting that they can give you life imprisonment or even the death penalty. All this in accordance with Code 105 of Russian law. But, well, this is a story of how wanting to reach considerable fame by doing challenges that your own followers send you without hesitation can end everything you had. How for a few likes or a few views your whole life can be destroyed, although you think it should be the other way around. Tell me what you think of this story in the comments. Like the video if you liked it, and also subscribe to find out about more videos like this. Without further ado, I say goodbye until tomorrow. Goodbye.